Morning and welcome to Chart of the Day Cafe for Thursday, August 6th, 2015. Just going to read our disclaimer quickly. Trading stocks is a high level of risk and viewers should complete their own due diligence on any stock or underlying that they intend to own. 100% of the content of this video and communique is intended for journalistic and educational purposes only. This video and all indicators, strategies, and articles herein should not be construed as investment advice. Thank you for your patience with that. So as always, we start our videos off with a 2-year weekly chart of the Russell Index. We use the Russell as our simple proxy for overall market health, strength, and direction. And because we never want to put a chart forward to our viewers unless we put it forward in a rising market environment. So as you can see from this 2-year weekly chart, I think it's very important to note that the Russell traded sideways through much of 2014, consolidated in the latter part of the year, and then in early 2015 had this breakout to the upside and is more or less doing the same thing here. So consolidating, we're at a very interesting area here. We had a slightly bullish candle last week with slightly increasing volume. So if the uptrend is going to continue, it should start to pick up right here. So with the Russell in a sideways to up price posture and price on the Russell above the 8-day EMA on the daily, which we use as our guide at Chart of the Day Cafe, we will be putting a chart forward. So you want to be extra careful. We've got that jobs report coming out tomorrow, but with price looking like it wants to lift here, I'm going to be putting a chart forward for your consideration and, as always, further homework. And that chart is from the auto parts sector, DLPH, Delphi Automotive. Really like this chart. So Delphi, for those of you that are not familiar with the company, auto parts supplier. In particular, the connected car, the computered car, the driverless car. It's all about the electronic components that go into those cars. So I like to break my watch lists out into what I deem to be unstoppable trends, trends that are just not going away. And if you get on board with them, you will do okay. So it's all about being careful and always watching the chart. But I love where Delphi is sitting right here, right now. So that's why I thought I'd give you the heads up on it. So the first thing I want you to notice, 2-year weekly chart, beautiful uptrend, gorgeous uptrend. Also worth noting, the industry is in an uptrend. And then if we check the box and say that the overall market is in sideways to uptrending posture, these are all good things. So love the way price paused here before. I like where we are right here, right now. I like the way the volume behaved last week. This is a somewhat neutral candle, but the fact that it's at this area of support and part of an industry that has nothing but upside, the connected car, the driverless car, I would expect in a continued rising market that this will start to lift here and make new highs. So I'm going to move it away from the 2-year weekly to the 9-month daily so you can really see how price is behaving. We're past earnings. It pays a dividend. And you know at Chart of the Day Cafe, it's all about finding undervalued stocks. It's undervalued. So in a rising market, this should start to lift here. So I'm going to put a little green circle. And as I need to remind you all the time, I am not making any recommendations whatsoever. It's always for your further homework, but I want to give you a heads up on stocks that I think look really, really interesting. So a lift up and over, you know, at Chart of the Day Cafe, it's all about that 8-day EMA. A nice bullish candle lifting price up and over that 8-day is interesting. So with the technicals out of the way, let me tell you a little bit more about this company. It is currently trading at $77.82, but it's worth $127.98. Really nice high value score. It's got a forecasted earnings growth rate of 10% and a PE of 13.05. It also pays a dividend. It's got a dividend yield of 1.29%. Also worth noting, it's got a dividend growth rate of 13%. So it's got a history of growing its dividend. These are all good things. At Chart of the Day Cafe, what I try to do is compile the fundamental information with the technical information, and then the catalyst for why I think price might go higher, and it's always a might. Delphi completed the first driverless car road trip in April of this year. It was successful. Motley Fool has this article that I will include with today's video, highlighting Delphi as one of the top autonomous cars, connected car stocks out there for its value. It's a really positive article, so I want to include this, as well as the connection that, this is a Wired magazine article, the connection that Delphi has to Microsoft, and how if you have an older car, you can buy this aftermarket device from Delphi and it will make your car a connected car. These are all good catalysts, and I love the relationship that Delphi has established with Microsoft on the cloud and the future of the driverless car. So if you believe in the driverless car, the connected car, Delphi sits right in the middle of that awesome trend. So with that, I will include these two articles with my video today, and hopefully we'll get some lift on the markets and the Russell overall, and we'll be putting each chart forward again next Tuesday. Hope you have a nice weekend. See you Tuesday.